The spring showers are bringing that greener grass, and as you know, the grass is always green in Eugene. Ladies and gentlemen, I am SC Romero of the CFB Nation, and this is the O.
All right, everybody got goals and aspirations. You know how you get those? You be the best where you're at.
What does Evan Stewart bring to the table here? In short, you get a baller.
The grass is not always green. In fact, the grass is damn green in Eugene.
CFB Nation, what is going on? I am SC Romero. Follow me on X at the PPR Show. And this is the CFB Nation's show specifically for the Oregon Ducks titled The O. And some exciting news coming out of Eugene. They lost their running back coach in Carlos Loughlin. He chose to go to what is now a rival, I guess you can say, in Ohio State. Totally okay. Gotta get your flowers, do what you gotta do for what's best for you. But what is exciting is they got someone in from Arizona State, the wide receiver coach and the passing game coordinator of Arizona State, and that's Rashad Samples coming in to be the assistant head coach and the running back coach for the Ducks. And what I love about this is, one, he has plenty of experience. He was in Houston, he was at Texas, he was at SMU, he was also in the pros. He was with the Los Angeles Rams in 2022. And what's exciting about that is there wasn't a 1,000-yard rusher, but he battled through adversity with his running backs. He had the year Cam Akers got hurt, Darrell Henderson got hurt, and then also Kyron Williams was also banged up, but yet he still managed to have an efficient run game that season, and that's what I love. Oregon, the Ducks love to run with multiple backs. They know how to use that committee back, so he's going to be someone that knows how to bring his guys in and out and how to actually utilize them in the passing game as well. As I mentioned, at Arizona State, he was the passing game coordinator. So he's just a great offensive mind. What Dan Lanning is doing with his coaching staff right now is amazing. He has a bunch of young, talented minds that are growing fast in the collegiate ranks, and he's bringing them all to Eugene to actually have this umbrella, if you will, that he's going to end up making his own personal umbrella, the Lanning umbrella. So I'm excited to see what Samples does do for the Oregon offense. It should be another electrifying year. But speaking of that offense, we've talked about what we got in the transfer portal. We talked about what we've passed or left in the past, the guys going to the draft and transfer portal, things of that nature. Let's talk about some incoming freshmen this year. The freshman class is always exciting to look at because these guys are hungry, right? They're going to the big leagues, if you will, going to the next step in their career. And this freshman class has some exciting opportunity. And I want to touch on a few of these guys coming to Eugene this upcoming year. One being Gatlin Bear, the offensive wide receiver. This guy's about 6'2", about 180 out of Burley High School. And what I love about him is he has played on special teams. He has showcased his ability to break the tackles as well as go deep and get the touchdown. He has the ability to adjust accordingly with his feet, but also maintain that composure, maintain that speed all the way through. To be honest, Jerry Dickey's looking nice right now. We're going to see exactly what he does during the spring game. But with Gatlin Bear, this is someone that I was very high on Desmond Ridder when he was at Cincinnati. The big reason was because he did have a wide receiver like Alec Pierce. I think Gatlin Bear can be that type of receiver, just a receiver that goes down the seam, great hands, brings it down, becomes like a safety net for the quarterback, whoever it may be, when he actually begins to take the field. Another wide receiver coming in, Jeremiah McClellan, said that incorrectly, out of Christian Brothers College. Originally committed to Ohio State, so always great when we get someone that comes from arguably wide receiver review, right, that comes in and says, I want to be a Duck. Well, come on down, my man. We want you here in Eugene. This kid, man, his start ability is second to none. I guarantee you, he stops on the dime, and guess what? Just like that, he is gone on the dime. That is something you love to see. You love to see someone that is that elusive, someone that can separate himself because of his ability to say, okay, I need to go, wait, I'm gonna stop real quick. Oh, guess what? I'm gonna go again, and just confuse the heck out of the defenders. Something he will do. He is a natural pass catcher that can run routes effectively. I'm excited to see what he does at this next level. Hopefully he stays with the Ducks all the way through, because he looks like an exciting wide receiver to just pay attention to. Another one. I live in Southern Oregon, right? So I gotta shout out my guy that's at North Medford, a school in Southern Oregon, tight end AJ Pugliano. This guy is the ranked number one tight end in the state, top 20 in the nation. He has athleticism. He plays in my backyard, really, and I've been able to see him play live. This kid is a tower, just powering over defenders. He can go up against any linebacker. He has the hand strength to bring down the contested catches. Guess what? He also has the strength to get the yards after the catch. Once the ball's in his hands, watch out. I wouldn't say he's like elusive or anything, but he has the ability to stiff arm you and get those extra yardage. So what I'm excited to see, I know Oregon is getting another tight end in the 2025 class as well. But again, shout out my guy from North Medford, smaller school in Southern Oregon, AJ Pugliano. I'm excited to see what he does at this next level as well. But as you know, I'm always in with the IDP. You know, I think defense wins championships. And one big thing in the defense is having a strong core all the way through. You have your line, your linebackers, your safeties, right? And these next three guys are playing a big part in the defensive front. And the first one we're going to talk about is going to be an edge rusher, Elijah Rushing. Now, in the first episode, we talked about losing Brandon Dorless, a huge a loss to the Oregon defense. You know, I know we got in Cadwell as well, but this kid, Elijah Rushing, it's ironic that his last name is Rushing because what's he doing? He's rushing the quarterback every single play. This kid has a knack for getting to the ball. And what I love about him is honestly what I loved about Dorless. His wingspan is amazing. He can be locked up with the blocker, but he pulls his hands out, brings the defender down. He could be locked up with the blocker, but he puts his hands up, bats down the ball. He has that ability to dip, dive his shoulders underneath to get a swim around the defenders there. But he also has the strength to maneuver and push his blockers back to get where he needs to go to clog up the hole. So I'm excited to see what he develops in. Again, this is a freshman coming in, so it may take him some time to get there and everything. But Elijah Rushing, just an exciting opportunity. I'm excited to see what he does for the Ducks. My next guy is going to be Ife Obigdigwu. I probably said that incorrectly, so I do apologize there. But defensive back there from St. Francis Academy. Watching him play, a lot of time when I'm watching his tape, I'm like, do the wide receivers even know that he's there? Like, that's how good he shadows these wide receivers. They may think he is the shadow to them, so they're like, oh, no one's there. It's just my shadow. Nah, it's Ife. And guess what? He's getting the hands on the ball. This kid is just amazing. He has excellent closing speed. He doesn't necessarily need to be right on the guy when the pass is thrown, but guess what? He's going to be right on top of him, like white on rice, if you will. Once the ball is there, he closes effectively. He knows how to get his hands on the ball. He knows how to make a big play if he does need to. And according to 247 Sports, he played one of the toughest schedules in the nation. So the competitions was there, and he's going to just excel at this next level as well. Again, when we talk about people that we gained in the transfer portal, Oregon went out after their defensive back. So if he may have to wait a year, but I'm excited to see what he can do. He'll get some opportunity, and guess what? He's going to learn from the best. Okay, learn from the best, and that's going to be Ife Obigdigwu out of St. Francis Academy. My last guy is, I know he committed to the Ducks, but this guy is a Hawk, and I'm not talking about Ohio. This guy is a ball hawk, and I'm talking about Aaron Flowers from Forney High School. 4-star prospect, 84 tackles, 7 interceptions, 8 pass breakups. This guy is a dog. He has excellent vision when reading the field. He can, as I said, a ball hawk. He is out there just hawking. His eyes, he could be 20 feet away from whoever, but he knows where he needs to be on the spot, on the money, get there. He brings aggression. He attacks with velocity, something that you love to see when you're looking at these defensive guys. He is someone that is going to continue to grow and just be someone that was like an Evan Williams, right? Just someone that is a natural leader in the background. They are not necessarily seeing the quarterbacks aren't watching right out the gate, but guess what? He is leading defense and telling people where they need to be. And guess what? If they're not, well, guess what? He is that help. He will get there. He can attack at the line. He could play back, dropping coverage. He could line up against the best wide receivers if he needs to do that. He is an all-around great safety, and that's going to be Aaron Flowers again. Now, earlier I did mention that, we got Rashad Samples, and I did mention SMU. I did mention he has some time there. And the past episode, I mentioned, man, I wish Dante Moore would have stayed because I feel that if he stayed 1 year, this would have been his season. But he left, came back. It's Dylan Gabriel's season. Don't get me wrong. If Gabriel goes down, whatever it may be, Dante Moore is stepping in. Possibly. I don't know. But in the 2025 class, so we're looking ahead, not this next class of the 2024, but 2025 class, we already got a great commit at quarterback. So possibly someone that could step in and take over that role again if Dante Moore doesn't show up. And that's going to be Achilles Smith Jr. out of Lincoln High School. 63.8 completion percentage, had over 2,400 yards. 25 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. His dad played at Oregon in the late 90s, so that connection is there just to be a Duck. This kid is like 6'5", like 200 pounds, just a beast. Now, you think of a 6'5" athletic quarterback right now, the top of mind is coming to like an Anthony Richardson. I'm not comparing him to that because I think he has to fine-tune a lot of things, but that talent is there. He has an arm like no other. His rushing ability isn't like crazy. Like I wouldn't say he has that top-end speed or anything like that, but he has a cannon on him. I'm telling you, this kid can easily throw 50, 60 yards. This kid, it could throw on the run. That's his beauty. He has accuracy throwing on the run and getting to his quarterback. So he has the ability to extend the play when the pocket's collapsing and then getting out and still throwing it 20, 30, 40, 50, you name it, how many yards. That's how good he is. However, there's a kid at SMU, and I mentioned SMU on purpose because of Rashad Samples. Not that he was coaching this kid, but with this kid, Keelan Russell, he's committed to SMU right now. But he's in the carousel right now where it's like he's kind of – people are going after him now, Oregon included. Keelan Russell, quarterback. This kid is – being recruited across the way, and it's someone to watch out for. Very, very talented, 72.1 completion percentage, over 3,400 yards passing, 38 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, also averaged 5.82 yards per carry on the ground. A dual threat quarterback that can extend the play. He throws with precision. He doesn't let the collapsing pocket affect his composure. He maintains confidence in that if he isn't able to get out and throws, and he'll take that big hit and still throw a critical strike right down the middle, right into those tight windows if he needs to. He is a very, very talented athlete. And in this next class, according to Oregon updates, that Dan Lanning wants to attack at least 2 quarterbacks in this next class, this 2025 class. We have Achilles Smith Jr. right now. Keelan Russell is someone to keep on your radar. And that quarterback battle as well, I mentioned these two specifically because I said it would have been Dante Moore's season last season. I don't know if it will be if we get these two guys. They have a bunch of talent coming in. Dante Moore is going to need to show up a lot during this spring game coming up here soon at the end of the month. And he's going to need to show, hey, if it's not Gabriel, it's me. Because guess what? These next guys coming in are hungry. Achilles Smith Jr., if it is Keelan Russell, these guys are hungry and they want to take that spot. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Oregon. We have the spring game coming up at the end of the month. That's where we're going to tell a lot of what these guys are doing on the field of the class we have right now. And then the freshmen, of course, we're going to be looking at this upcoming season as well. But this is going to be an exciting opportunity just to see what these athletes do. And until next time, that the Oregon Ducks are building, that the spring showers don't need to happen for us to keep and maintain our grass to be green in Eugene. I'm excited for them. I hope you are. CFB Nation, I am SC Romero, and this is the O.
All right, everybody got goals and aspirations. You know how you get those? Be the best where you're at.
What does Evan Stewart bring to the table here? In short, you get a baller.
The grass is not always green. In fact, the grass is damn green in Eugene.